Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
And KELY News is sponsored by Sahara Motors. The Kawasaki KX450 built out of the box with everything you need to dominate the track. Check it out today at Sahara Motors and let the good times roll. A frontal system is still stalled over the Nevada-Utah border, keeping precipitation to our north and west, but a lot of wind. Wind advisory is again posted until 8 o'clock tonight. Look for mostly fair skies. We will see wind gusts today just up to 40 miles an hour and a high of 66 degrees. Well, after 3 days of early voting, the turnout is still considered low. In-person early voting at the county clerk's office has totaled 86 over the first 3 days, with 32 votes cast yesterday. As of yesterday, 241 mail ballots have been received. Voting continues today from 9 until 6 at the county clerk's office. If you got a mail ballot, you want to cast that, the best way to do it to make sure it gets counted is to drop it off at the drop box in front of the new courthouse. Do not return it by mail. 3 commissioners showed up for yesterday's meeting. Commissioner Robison was appearing by teams. Commissioner Hank Vogler was absent. The commission voted to augment the budget to fund the grand jury's continuance. Judge Stephen Dobrescu told commissioners the grand jury was facing resistance from some county offices and that the Attorney General and Department of Corrections were obstructing the grand jury's investigation of Ely State Prison and increasing costs. The commission voted 4-0 to appropriate an additional $70,000 to the current budget. The fight between the commission and the treasurer continues as accusations from Commissioner Tim Pauley that reports were falling behind as the treasurer devoted time to the lawsuit against the chairman. The commission also approved liquor licenses for the White Pine horse races and White Pine Productions for their events coming up. The commission dismissed a letter of support for recognition of the Lawrence Welk anniversary. The Ely City Council meets tonight with a public hearing scheduled on the city's final budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2027. Council members expected to consider adoption of the budget following the hearing. The council will also review appointments to the Historic Preservation Commission, discuss seasonal open burning restrictions from June through September, and consider cost of living increases for city employees and firefighters tied to union agreements. Other agenda items include an update on a federal rail infrastructure grant application involving the Nevada Northern Railway Foundation and participation in a geothermal lease sale environmental assessment involving areas near Ely, Lund, and Caliente. The meeting begins at 5 o'clock tonight in the Volunteer Fire Hall. White Pine County Sheriff's Office investigated several incidents on Tuesday, including vandalism, fraud, and multiple traffic accidents. Deputies investigating after someone reportedly threw a rock through a vehicle window at a city residence. Authorities also responded to reports of a person with a firearm outside a county facility. Deputies say no problems were found. The Sheriff's Office also warning residents about scam text messaging involving fake jury duty notices following a fraud complaint. Other calls included a juvenile runaway who was later reunited with a parent and several non-injury parking lot accidents around the city. In news from the state of Nevada, families in Primm say they're still struggling to find housing as the July 6th deadline to vacate employee housing draws closer. Former casino employee Megan Miller says many workers and their families have already left the area to stay with relatives, while others fear they could become homeless this summer. Clark County officials say social services staff have met with property operators and community stakeholders to coordinate assistance for affected residents, but some families say the help so far has been limited and that finding housing has become difficult because employers in Primm are shutting down. Miller says she worries her family could end up living in their vehicle if housing is not secured before the deadline. Caesars Entertainment has agreed to be acquired by Fertitta Entertainment in an all-cash deal valued at near $17.6 billion, but that includes debt. Under the agreement, Caesars shareholders would receive $31 a share. Company leaders say Caesars CEO Tom Reeves and the current management team expected to remain in place. The merger would combine Caesars and online gaming operations with Fertitta's restaurant and hospitality business, including Landry properties nationwide. The deal still requires shareholder and regulatory approval. And the Southern Nevada Water Authority moving forward with a massive infrastructure project designed to prevent future water service interruptions in Henderson and other parts of the Las Vegas Valley. The Horizon Lateral program will add a new major transmission pipeline and pumping facilities to create backup connections in the region's water delivery system. Officials say the project could cost between $2 and $2.7 billion. About 40% of Southern Nevada's drinking water currently moves through a single pipeline, serving nearly 1 million customers. Officials say added redundancy is critical for future reliability. Nevada Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, Congresswoman Dina Titus, Governor Lombardo expected to discuss the project during a Friday announcement. As long as that pipeline stays lateral and does not move in our direction. At 8:20 for Sahara Motors, that's your check of news from White Pine County and the state of Nevada.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
Tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by.